Hurricane Maria hit the island of Puerto Rico.
There's still no signal and no power after 3 months.
All of the electricity is out tonight.
President Trump was criticized for a terrible response of Hurricane Maria.
There is no power in the island.
12,000 people are in shelters and in hotel lobbies.
Maria leaves Puerto Rico in ruins.
Hurricane Maria is the biggest storm to hit this island in 80 years.
Guaynabo was hit really hard.
People are dealing with flooding in every direction.
A lot of the power lines are above ground.
Victims in Puerto Rico are struggling for basic needs. Puerto Rico is in the middle of humanitarian disaster.
The island of Puerto Rico is destroyed.
Communication systems are down.
I didn't worry that much because earlier Irma passed through. And then after Irma, there wasn't a lot of damage. Everything was basically the same. So I thought Maria was going to be the same way.
But when I heard about Maria, I thought, okay, as long as the course wasn't going to hit it straight on, then I was fine. And then as the news began to say that it was going to go right through the middle of Puerto Rico, that's where, I got worried.
I was actually on my way to school, and I was devastated because I usually talk to my grandparents almost every day or maybe every other day. And the fact that you lose communication and you don't know how it is, what they're doing, how they were affected, it just kind of tears you apart inside because your loved ones can't get to you.
And seeing the news and all the things that were happening and people going down there and the reporters bringing the news back to the United States and pictures of the disaster, until I saw one picture of an area in my town that was very, very devastating. Like, I've been to that place several times, and then I saw a picture, and then the trees were down, and everything fell. There was nothing there, and that hit me that this is really happening. This isn't, exaggerated news, that's actually happening in my town.
Hurricanes are large, swirling storms that produce winds of 74 miles per hour or higher, which can cause a lot of damage. A hurricane starts out as a tropical disturbance. This disturbance occurs over warm ocean waters where clouds are able to form. Hurricane Maria was the 10th most intense Atlantic hurricane on record and the most intense tropical cyclone worldwide thus far in 2017. Hurricane Maria caused catastrophic damage and a major humanitarian crisis in Puerto Rico. Hurricane Maria, a powerful Category 4 hurricane with 150 mile-per-hour winds, made direct landfall on Puerto Rico, bisecting the entire island and drenching it with feet of rain. What's happened since has been truly catastrophic for Puerto Rico. There's still little power on the island. In many places, there's still no water to drink or bathe in, or to even flush toilets. There's limited food and cell service, and dozens of remote villages have been completely cut off from everything for weeks.
When you see all these videos and you see all these pictures and you look at all this, you just know that once you go back, it'll never be the same. It's scary because even the best places that you've been to that have like your favorite memories, it's not going to be the same. Like when I go back and I think of the Puerto Rico that I was raised in every single summer when I went to go see my grandparents and spend time with them, it's just, it's not going to be the same. That where you once stepped foot on the beach, the sand isn't going to be the same height. The sand isn't going to be the same. The nature in itself isn't going to be the same. And it's scary because, you have a favorite memory in a certain place, and when you go back, it's like, is it even gonna be there? I think one of the saddest things is knowing that there's people that are homeless. They no longer have a place to call home.
a place to go to, and they had to leave the island because they need something better for their family. And I know that there's people that have worked hard for a business, and because of Maria, they no longer have that place that they have built to and worked for. I know that they were affected, and as of right now, they're still struggling and trying to fix the damages that were done.
It's really nice to see other countries coming together. You know, other countries that aren't really like the richest countries in the world. Venezuela gave us aid. Cuba gave us aid. Dominican Republic gave us aid. You know, and it's a really beautiful thing.
I know that Puerto Rico is getting a lot of help. We may not be getting all the help that we might need currently, but I know that people are coming together and working together to get at least some sort of help.
It's not even just other Hispanic people. It's also, you know, other like Chinese people, other Americans, just everybody in general. They're just helping, and that's how you know, people have sympathy, that people actually do care, and that we don't live in a totally selfish world.
The after effects of Maria left on Puerto Rico have not been resolved, and there's still people suffering, and I know that some of those are my friends and their families.
I honestly think that Puerto Rico would not be the same. Not only because of the shock of the disaster, but after several years, that kind of goes away. But I think it's the help that the United States has given them, which has been so little, and the government, how little they provided during this disaster. This is kind of a awakening for the people in Puerto Rico to see that the economy is not good.
The help is only being sent to places where the media is. The island is still in a very, very low state. It's still in the emergency state on the inside of the island, which was what the media doesn't want to show the rest of the world.
Puerto Rico is strong, and I believe we'll get back up. It will never be the same, but I know that we are strong enough to get back up. We're united. And I think the best thing about Hurricane Maria that has happened is that everybody's helping each other. You're not being selfish. You know that you weren't the only one that went through a tragedy. And I think that, when you look back at Puerto Rico and you hear all these stories about people having to clean up the streets themselves to be able to get Puerto Rico going again, that's how you know we're strong.
It's sad to see what's going on, but at the same time, a lot of beautiful things were happening. People were coming together. What I saw on Facebook was, people who were neighbors who never talked to each other started talking to each other, and they started getting to know who they were.
The Puerto Ricans that stayed, in their island, they're very positive about the situation that happened. So they do believe that it's a good start for the economy. It's a good start for everything in Puerto Rico. They see it as like a new beginning. They're very determined to bring it back to what it was and to make it even better.
I don't think Hurricane Maria is going to really discourage the Puerto Rican people from keeping on fighting. We've gone through worse things, or things just as bad as this. And like I said, I think people are just gonna keep going. We're gonna keep fighting, keep working, for another day, for a better Puerto Rico. And I know that Puerto Rico is gonna not only get back to how it was in the past, but even better.
And I'm positive that Puerto Rico will rise again.
Levanta.